Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the quiz, where the aim of the game is to find the most obscure answer possible. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hello, I'm Antoinette, and this is my daughter Cicely, and we're from South East London.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Jackie. This is my brother Mark, and we're from Croydon in South London.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm David. This is my wife Leanne, and we're from Derbyshire.
And finally, couple number four.
Hello, I'm Sylvia, and this is my husband Ian, and we're from Lewisham in South East London.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much indeed, all of you. It's lovely to have you all here. Very warm welcome to Pointless. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce, a TV presenter who once compared the attention that she and her red-headed sisters got to being in a travelling circus. Had nothing to do with the fact that their teeny-tiny car had square wheels. It is my Pointless friend, it's Angela Scanlon.
Hello.
How are you, Angela?
I'm good. Yeah, it was a bit like a travelling circus, you know. I think people found it quite funny for some reason. We got, like, lots of pats on the head.
The red-headedness, you mean?
Yeah, multiple red-headedness.
And also the sheer volume. There were 6 of you in the family.
6 of us, yeah.
You
know,
nice.
a little creepy to be patting people's heads.
A bit creepy.
Unannounced, but
yes.
like also maybe for good luck, who knows?
Maybe for good luck. Maybe they're hoping it would rub off on them.
Exactly.
If quite
only.
Right. I noticed South London getting some heavy representation today.
I'm
Good
a North
heavens.
London woman, but South London's nice and leafy, isn't it?
Well, that's
Down
true.
there, I heard.
Yes. Yes. Now then, Annie and Ian got through to the final last time, and they did not win the jackpot, which means we're adding another £1,000 to that, which means also that today's jackpot starts off at £2,000. There we are. If everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Now, just do remember all the time that it's the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that gets eliminated. So just keep your scores low. Every opportunity you might find to lower your choice of scoring answer, take it. Best of luck to everybody. Our first category today is years in history. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going first, who's going second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns historical events that happened in years ending in 5. Angela.
On each pass, we'll give you clues to events in history that took place when the year ended in the number 5. Please simply give us your answers.
Thank you very much. I hope you've all been revising things that happened in years ending in 5. Here is our first board of 7 clues. And we have: this conspirator in the gunpowder plot was found in the cellars beneath the Houses of Parliament and arrested, 1605. This commander of the British naval fleet was mortally wounded at the Battle of Trafalgar, 1805. This Jamaican-born nurse and businesswoman arrived in the Crimea to treat wounded British soldiers, 1855. This man founded the Salvation Army with his wife Catherine, 1865. The physicist Wilhelm Röntgen made this discovery, demonstrated by producing a photographic image of the bones of a hand, 1895. This British scientist won the Nobel Prize for Physics for his discovery of the neutron, 1935, and this conflict ended with the fall of Saigon, 1975. There we are, Cicely. Welcome to Pointless.
Thank
Great
you.
to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Cicely.
I'm a diversity and inclusion consultant and writer from South East London.
Very good indeed. What do you do for fun?
Like painting, scrapbooking, walking my dogs.
Scrapbooking?
Yes.
So what do you put in your scrapbook?
Oh, anything. Sometimes when I travel, I have to get rid of the clothes that I have because I've collected so much stuff to scrapbook.
I mean, do you cut out little bits of cloth, stick them in?
All kinds of things. Magazines, postcards, everything.
And my sister used to stick in sort of... I remember the first time she went to McDonald's. We were from Northumberland. It was the early 80s. It was so exciting. She stuck the straw from her drink in her scrapbook.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Very good. Well, it's very important, you know. Cicely, what are you going to go for?
I think the Jamaican-born nurse is Mary Seacole.
Mary Seacole, says Cicely. Shall we see how many of our 100 people said Mary Seacole? It is indeed Mary Seacole. And down that goes to 13. Great start to the show. Very well done indeed.
Very good. Yes, she travelled to Crimea of her own accord and funded the trip herself. When she returned to England, she was penniless, but hopefully had a scrapbook.
Yes.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Mark, welcome back to Pointless. I have a feeling it's your third show.
It is, yeah.
It is. This is the show, I think. Let's hear a little bit more about you, Mark.
Yeah, so when I have some spare time, which is very rare these days, I like to do some boxing, some Muay Thai, some martial arts, and I incorporate it with my personal training as well. So some of my clients, they get some of the benefits of my boxing experience as well.
That's fun. Mark, let's get this third show underway for you with a lovely low score in this round. What would you like to go for?
I'll go for the top one and say Guy Fawkes.
Guy Fawkes, says Mark. Should we see how many of our 100 said Guy Fawkes? Guy Fawkes is right. 13 is the only score. We have at the moment 53 for Guy Fawkes.
Guy Fawkes left England at the age of 21 to enlist in the Spanish army as they were fighting for another Catholic cause against the Protestant Dutch. It was during this time in the Spanish army that he adopted the Italian version of his name as a nickname, Guido Fawkes.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Leanne, welcome to Pointless. It's great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
Hi, I've been horse riding since I was 3, and between me and my mum, we've got 5 horses.
Very nice. How often do you ride? Daily?
Not very often at the minute, but I'm hoping to get back into it.
Very good. So who looks after the horses when you're not riding?
My mum is practically the stable hand, to be perfectly honest.
So she goes out and rides them all, has to lead them, presumably, so they all get a bit of exercise.
Yeah, we have people that do that for us, but she does all the hard work of the grafting.
Yes, all the cleaning out.
Yeah.
Now, Leanne, what would you like to go for on our board?
The only one that I can have a bit of a stab at is the commander, so the second one down. We'll go with Lord Nelson.
Lord Nelson says Leanne. Should we see how many of our 100 said Nelson? Lord Nelson, absolutely right. Well, 53 is our high score, and you pass it. 43. All the threes. All the fives on that board, all the threes on this. 43.
Very good. His last words were reported to be, "Thank God I have done my duty." There was another British victory 10 years later in 1815, with Wellington defeating Napoleon in the Battle of Waterloo.
Thank you very much indeed. Ian, welcome back to Pointless. Great to have you here. Your second show.
Cheers.
We need to hear more about you. We discovered last time that you're a civil engineer. Tell us more.
Well, it was Jackie saying she was a qualified midwife that reminded me that I was once a completely unqualified and incompetent midwife when our daughter was born over 30 years ago. And because things happened very quickly and the professionals couldn't get to us in time.
Yeah. So where did this happen? At home?
At home.
Did you have an idea what you needed to do?
I'd attended my son being born,
Yeah.
but I still got it wrong because it's a daughter and I originally thought it was a boy.
Okay, well,
it was
these
the
are, you
details
know.
that mattered, you know?
Yes,
The
exactly.
detail,
That does happen a lot, though, I think.
It's I'm not sure. But
Well, like swelling, apparently that's not unusual, is it?
No,
Yeah, OK, Jackie's
He's keeping our counsel here. But, well, it all went well.
It all went well.
Well,
Yeah,
huge
great,
congratulations. Ian, you're the last person to have this board. Would you like to give us a brief history lesson?
Well, I don't know the Salvation Army one. The physicist, I think that's the X-ray. And the conflict, I think that's the Vietnam War, which is the one I'm going to go for.
OK, we're going to go for Fall of Saigon, Vietnam War, says Ian. Let's see where we end up with that. Vietnam War is right. 53 is our high score, and you pass that. 28. There you are. You've broken our 3 jinx. 28 for Vietnam.
Very good. The stage musical Miss Saigon is set around the time of the fall of Saigon. Let's have a little look at the other answers. X-rays was right, 29. That would have scored. James Chadwick was the British scientist who won the Nobel Prize at 7, and William Booth and his wife, Catherine, founded the Salvation Army. Scored 17.
Thank you very much. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. 13, Cicely. I mean, really a very, very good score. Then we travel from there to 28, where we find Ian and Sylvia. From there to 43, where we find Leanne and David. And from there to 53, where we find Mark and Jackie. You're a bit ahead, Jackie, but a brilliant answer from you. We'll see that you get into round 2, so good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, we're going to put 7 more clues to historical events that happened in years ending with the number 5 on the board. And here they are. We have... At Runnymede, this English king was forced to accept the terms embodied in the Magna Carta, 1215. The Prince of Wales, the future George IV, married this Catholic woman in a secret and illegal ceremony, 1785. Matthew Webb became the first person to swim across this body of water, 1875. This German-born scientist published groundbreaking papers on the photoelectric effect, Brownian motion and relativity, 1905. The state funeral of this wartime prime minister took place, 1965. This benefit concert, organised by Bob Geldof and Midge Ure, was held simultaneously in London and Philadelphia, 1985. And this woman became the first female African-American to be appointed US Secretary of State, 2005. There we are. Sylvia, welcome back. Lovely to have you with us again. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, Sylvia.
Well, I mentioned before that I've recently retired, and a few years ago we took it upon ourselves to improve our fitness. So we started doing a walk around the Southwest Coast Path, which is 630 miles long.
Yes.
So each year we take a week out and we walk for 60 to 70 miles in the week.
That's pretty good. And you can stay in lovely places, presumably, which is also quite fun.
Absolutely.
And really feel like you've had a day well spent.
Yes, definitely, definitely. But probably having too much food and cream teas as we go around as well.
I know, that's trouble, because you feel you've earned it.
Definitely.
You are on 28. If you could score 24 or less, you're into round 2.
Right. So I think I'm going to go for the bottom one, the US Secretary of State, and say Condoleezza Rice.
Condoleezza Rice, says Sylvia. Here is your red line. Shall we see if we can get you below this red line with Condoleezza Rice? Condoleezza Rice is right. Wonderful. Gets you through. Beautifully. Down to 15. Very well done. Taking your total up to 43.
An absolute trailblazer. She also became the first woman to serve as a national security advisor when she was appointed by George W. Bush.
Thank you very much indeed. And now, look, all the scores do end in 3. David, welcome.
Hiya.
Great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
My job is I teach science, and in the meantime, I'm also part of a dramatic amateur group.
Very nice. Rather than amateur dramatic group.
Said that the wrong way around.
No, well, I know, but I like
Amateur
that.
dramatics,
We're an amateur group. We don't put on plays,
We
but
don't
we're
do
very
anything,
dramatic.
really. No, we just turn up and get
In
on
a
with
slightly
it,
amateur way. That's absolutely fantastic. So you teach all the sciences?
Yes, up to 16-year-old Key Stage 4, and then I take chemistry
Very
on to
good.
Key Stage 5.
Very good. Now then, David, you are on 43. 9 or less is what we require from you.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say the classic. I was going to go for the bottom one, so thanks for that.
That's the rule.
So, top one for me, King John.
OK, King John says, David, you get a red line. It is down there. Where do we end up with King John? King John is right. King John 19, taking your total up to 62.
Very nice. 3 of the 63 clauses from the Magna Carta still exist in British law today. They grant freedom to the Church of England, guarantee the customs and liberties of the City of London, and uphold the right to trial by jury.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Jackie, welcome back. Good to have you with us for your 3rd show. We're at crunch time here. Tell us a bit more about yourself, Jackie.
So I've mentioned I'm a midwife.
Yes,
but,
indeed.
Midwifery, I fell into it, basically.
Oh, really? What, like Ian?
Not quite. But it wasn't what I first wanted to do. I actually wanted to be an artist when I was younger. And I went for a secondary school interview, and coming from first-generation Africans, my dad was like, at the interview, say, you want to be a doctor? And then I was planning to then be in medicine, but when I got to 6th form, one of my teachers mentioned, you're not smart enough for medicine. So my mum and I had to brainstorm, and my mum told me, I actually named you after my midwife, and I always saw you as being in that sort of realm. So I looked into it, and I kind of just fell into it by chance.
And you fell into it, but you do love it.
I do.
Very good. Now, Jackie, you're on 53. We really want a score of 8. 8 or less.
This is not my round
Oh,
at
Jackie.
all. There's 2 that I think I kind of know, but I'm not even 100%. I think Matthew Webb became the first person. I'm just going to say the River Thames.
OK, the River Thames. Shall we see the River Thames? You get a red line. It's down there. River Thames.
Wrong.
I'm sorry, Jackie. That's wrong. That scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 153.
It's okay.
We will give the right answer at the end of the pass.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Antoinette, welcome. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I work for a development agency in teacher professional development. So I do a lot of travelling for my work to East Africa and Southeast Asia.
That's very nice indeed. And what do you do for fun, Antoinette?
I'm a bit uncommitted when it comes to hobbies, so I have lots of trying it, failing and trying a new thing. So I've done sailing, windsurfing, roller derby, tap dancing.
Oh, you're very good, though. What's roller derby?
It's kind of quite aggressive chasing round the roller rink with lots of padding.
Like trying to take them down.
Yeah.
Oh, God, you
On
take people
wheels.
out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it in films.
But it's not a good sport to be the worst person on the team.
no.
So
yeah, I imagine.
I treasure my teeth too much, so I didn't last long in that.
Antoinette, you're through to the next round, by the way. It doesn't matter what you score. But you're in this lovely position to be able to fill in our board for us.
I don't think I can fill in the board. I was going to say for Matthew Webb, the English Channel. And I think the state funeral is Churchill. But I'm going to go for the benefit concert of Live Aid.
Live Aid, says Antoinette. There's no red line for you because you're already through. Let's see how many of our 100 said Live Aid. Live Aid is a good answer. Down against 39, taking your total up to 52.
Did you know an estimated 1.5 billion people watched that concert? The good old days, hey? £110 million was raised for famine relief. Antoinette, you did really well, actually, on the board. The English Channel was a slightly better answer. It scored 37, but that doesn't really matter, does it? Winston Churchill, you landed on as well, 56. Albert Einstein was the German-born scientist at 9. And Maria Fitzherbert would score you 2.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. That brings us to the end of our first round. It means we have to say goodbye to our first pair. Oh, Jackie and Mark.
It's OK.
Oh, I can't bear this. This is where we say proper goodbye. It's been really lovely having you on the show. Thank you so much for coming to play, and I'm sorry. I mean, I thought at least one of these shows
so much
we
fun.
would get you through. Well, it's been lovely having
enjoyed
you on.
it.
Thank you. Jackie and Mark, brilliant.
Thank you.
Both of the remaining 3 pairs, now time for round 2. Very well done, everybody. Here we are in round 2. Well done, Cicely. You were our lowest individual scorer in that round. And Sylvia and Ian, you were our lowest combined scorers. So very well done to you. And David and Leanne, just well done. That's all. Our category for round 2 today is European football. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns European Cup and Champions League finalists. Angela.
In a moment, Xander is going to read out the names of 6 countries. We would like you to name any football team from one of these countries' leagues that has played in the final of the European Cup or its successor, the Champions League, or the final of the Women's Champions League, which was previously known as the Women's Cup. That is from the 1955 to 56 season for the men's team and for 2001 to 2002 for the women's. And this is all up to 2023-24 season. I'm going to lie down.
Oh, well done. Thank you very much. Now, as Angela's just mentioned, we are going to put a list of 6 countries up on the board. In fact, here they are. Let's not put that off. They are England, France, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, Spain. So there we go. Antoinette, over to you.
I'm going to say Ajax from the Netherlands.
Ajax, says Antoinette. You don't even need to say which country you're going for. You can just throw a name out there. And if it applies, we'll take it. Ajax. Should we see how many of our 100 said Ajax? Ajax is right. This feels like a very good answer. Down it goes to 32. 32 for Ajax.
Yes, the men's team at Ajax have won 4 European titles, including 3 in a row in 1971, 72 and 73.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Now, Leanne.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. Should we see how many of our 100 said that? Real Madrid is right. 32 is the only score we have at the moment. 45 for Real Madrid.
Real Madrid or Real Madrid? I'm joking. The men's team hold the record for winning the most European Cup and Champions League titles.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Now, Ian.
I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Bayern Munich?
Bayern Munich, Bayern Munich, Bayern Munich. Should we see how many of our 100 people said that? Bayern Munich is right. 45, our high score, 32, our low. 37 for Bayern Munich.
Yeah, the men's side have reached the final 11 times, winning 6 of those.
Thank you very much. We're already halfway through the round. Can you believe it? Let's have a quick recap of those scores. 32, Antoinette, very well done. The best score of the pass. We travel from there to 37, where we find Ian and Sylvia, and from there up to 45, where we find Leanne and David. So, David, you're a little bit ahead. Let's see what we can do in the next pass. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? So then, Sylvia. We are looking for any football team from any of these countries that has been a finalist in any of these cups or leagues. By the way, you're on 37. Should you score 7 or less, you're straight into the head-to-head.
Not a great topic for me, so I think 7 is probably a bit out of reach. I think there's a team called PSV Eindhoven.
PSV Eindhoven, says Sylvia. Let's see how we do with that. You get a red line, Sylvia. PSV Eindhoven. It's right. Now, normally when people preamble their answer with yours, it goes incredibly low, just like yours just has done. There we go, 8. Very well done indeed. That takes your total up to 45.
Very impressive as a guest. PSV have appeared in and won 1 European Cup final, a penalty shootout, my favourite.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, David, your route out of here is to find a pointless answer, and then we have a tie.
Right, OK. I'll have to take a bit of a punt then and say Marseille.
Marseille, says David. Shall we see? You don't get a red line, but you know what we need. Let's see how many of our 100 said Marseille. Marseille is right. Down it goes to 15, taking your total up to a lovely round 60.
Marseille are France's most successful men's team. In the tournament, they were the first French men's side to win in 1993.
Thank you, Angela.
Very well.
Now then, Sicily, you're on 32. 27 or less is what we need to get you into the head-to-head.
OK, I have no idea.
OK, well, that's potentially good news for David or Leanne. Or this is the kind of preamble we heard from Sylvia, and you're about to give us a pointless answer.
I'm just going to name a random city in one of those places. I'm going to say Milan.
Milan. OK, here is your red line, Sicily. Let's see what happens when we say Milan. Milan is right. 29 for Milan, which takes your total up to 61.
There are 2 teams in Milan, but the one that's referred to colloquially as Milan are AC Milan. David's nodding. Yes, I knew that one. If you'd have specified Inter Milan, it would have been a tie. OK, I'll give you the best answers for each country. For England, there was no pointless answer. Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa scored 6, and Leeds United, bless them, scored 3. The only pointless answer for a French team was Reims, or as they say in Le Français, Reims. I didn't study it at school, sorry. For Germany, Duisburg, Eintracht Frankfurt and Wolfsburg were all pointless, as was Turbine Potsdam. For Italy, Fiorentina, there were no pointless Dutch teams, nor were there any pointless Spanish teams. Valencia was the best answer, scoring 4.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. That brings us to the end of our second round. It means Sicily and Antoinette very narrowly, by just 1 point, I'm afraid. You are the high scorers. So we have to say goodbye to you, but we'll see you again next time and expect great things. But thank you so much for playing, Sicily and Antoinette.
Thank you.
But for our 2 remaining pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Sylvia and Ian, David and Leanne. You are now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £2,000. However, before we play the head-to-head, we have a little chance to throw some more money into that jackpot by seeing if we can find a couple of pointless answers. So this is just for fun. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many figures in Irish mythology as they could. Angela.
You will see 6 options. 4 are the names of Irish mythological figures. 2 are scoring, 2 are pointless, and then 2 are plain wrong. 250 quid in the jackpot for each pointless answer. Good luck.
Thank you very much indeed. So can you find the pointless figures from Irish mythology from among these 6? And we have Oma, Finnegas, Brigid, Cuchulainn, Cthulhu, and Ariete. There we are. Does anybody know anything?
Haven't got a
No.
clue.
Sure.
In which case, I'm going to come straight to you, Sylvia and
gosh.
Ian. We just nominate one of those to be a pointless figure from Irish mythology.
The unpronounceable
The
one.
unpronounceable one. The fourth
Which
one down.
Cuchulainn?
Yes.
Is that the one? Should we see if Cuchulainn is a figure, a pointless figure to boot, from Irish mythology? Cuchulainn. Definitely a figure from Irish mythology. One person. David and Leanne.
Shall we go for the one below, because it's similar, and go Cthulhu?
Yeah.
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
Shall we see if Cthulhu is a pointless figure from Irish mythology? Oh, no! Oh, well, never mind.
So, Cthulhu is a monster created by fantasy writer H.P. Lovecraft. Cuchulainn, the son of a Celtic god and a mortal princess. OK, shall we go to the rest? Brigid, the goddess of poetry, healing, fertility and smithing, scored 5. Ariete, a red herring. Saoirse Ronan voices the title character, Ariete, in Studio Ghibli's animated adaptation of The Borrowers. And the 2 pointless answers that eluded you. Oma, a warrior poet credited as the inventor of the Ogham alphabet used to write the very early Irish language. And Finnegas, a poet and fisher of the salmon of knowledge.
Oh, bad luck. We didn't find any pointless answers there. Let's play the head-to-head. Now, the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. You are now allowed to confer before you give your answers. Best of luck to both pairs. Here is our first question, and it is all about famous people from Brooklyn. Angela.
We're going to show you 5 pictures of people who were born in Brooklyn, New York, and we simply want you to tell us their names.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 famous people from Brooklyn, and here they are. We have A, B, C, D, and E. There we are, 5 famous people from Brooklyn. Sylvia and Ian, you're our low scorers. You get to go first.
I know B.
I think I know E. I think E is Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg,
I think.
say Sylvia and Ian for E, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. David and Leanne, can you talk us through the rest of that board?
I think B is Barbara Streisand. C, is it Michael Jordan? I'm not sure. I'm going to go A.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with A, Jay-Z.
A, Jay-Z. So we have Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Jay-Z. Sylvia and Ian went Ruth Bader Ginsburg for E. Should we see how many of our 100 said that? Ruth Bader Ginsburg is right. And down that goes to 6. Very well done indeed, Sylvia and Ian. Meanwhile, David and Leanne are saying Jay-Z for A. Should we see if that's right? Should we see how many people said it? If it is, Jay-Z. No, not Jay-Z. That means Sylvia and Ian, very well done indeed. After one question, you're up 1-0.
Jay-Z was born in Brooklyn, but that is a picture of Jean-Michel Basquiat, the artist, and would have scored you 3. Barbara Streisand, you correctly identified 41. Michael Jordan, you were right about as well, 16. And finally, Bibi Rexha would score you 10.
Very good. Yes, thank you very much indeed, Angela. Right, well, here comes your second question. David and Leanne, you get to answer it first, but you've also got to win this one to stay in the game, so good luck. Our second question is all about unsuccessful Bond themes.
We're going to play you clips from 5 songs that were written as potential themed songs to James Bond films, but were not chosen. As these songs weren't big hits, we'll also show you the initials of the acts who recorded them. Please work out the names of the acts performing these songs.
Thank you very much indeed. And how much fun's this? We get to play Cubby and Barbara Broccoli for a moment or two.
Yes.
This is terrific. OK, here is song A Here is song B.
There's a rumble in the sky and all the world can hear it call. They shudder at the fury of the mighty thunderball. Thunderball.
Here is song C.
There's only 24 hours, and that's not enough to lie like you lie, or love like you love.
Here is song D. And here is song E.
He's tall and he's dark, and like a shark, he looks for trouble. That's why the zero's double. Mr. Kiss, Kiss, Bang, Bang.
OK, David and Leanne, who would you like to go for?
There's a couple that we know, but we don't have to take a chance on C with the initials and go Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey for C, say David and Leanne. Now then, Sylvia and Ian, can you talk us through that board?
We're struggling. We don't know A. B, Johnny Cash, and E is Shirley Bassey. So let's go with Shirley Bassey. OK.
OK, you're going to go with Shirley Bassey. So we have Lana Del Rey and Shirley Bassey. David and Leanne went for Lana Del Rey for C. Should we see how many of our 100 said that? Lana Del Rey is right. Very good answer. Down against 13. Meanwhile, Sylvia and Ian have gone for Shirley Bassey for E. Should we see how many of our 100 said that? Shirley Bassey also correct. That goes down to 41. Well done, David and Leanne. After 2 questions, it's 1-1. You're back in the game.
Shirley Bassey, Mr. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which was a potential theme song for the film Thunderball, but was eventually sung by Tom Jones and Lana Del Rey. Of course, her song, 24, was written for Spectre. Sam Smith sang the actual theme song, Writings on the Wall, and went on to win an Oscar for it. I didn't know people wrote all of these songs and then
It's
just
extraordinary. Just auditioned them.
binned away.
Yeah.
You'd be raging, wouldn't you? Do you know the rest of them?
Well, I think A is Blondie.
It is Blondie, For Your Eyes Only by Blondie. Sheena Easton sang the actual theme tune for that. That got you 17. Next up,
It's Johnny Cash, B.
Thunderball by Johnny Cash. Doesn't quite sound like a Bond song, does
Doesn't
it? Tom
really,
Jones
no.
sang the theme tune. 32. And finally...
And finally, I'm going to kick myself when I hear this, because it's very familiar.
Man with the Golden Gun. Lulu sang the theme to The Man with the Golden Gun. This was Alice Cooper.
It's Alice Cooper.
Yeah. 4.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. OK, whoever wins this third question goes through to the final and plays for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. Our third question today is all about things that are spelt using consecutive letters of the alphabet. Angela.
We are going to give you 5 clues to things, the answers of which are all made up of letters that appear next to each other in the alphabet. Please simply tell us what they are.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal the 5 clues to these intriguing answers. And we have the oldest airline still operating under its original name. It is the flag carrier of the Netherlands, abbreviation for a type of radiation emitted by the sun, which is undetectable by the human eye. Type of barcode consisting of an array of black and white squares, typically read by the camera on a smartphone. Late 18th century diplomatic affair that nearly led the United States to war against France. And word preceding jam in the hip-hop record label formed in 1984 by Rick Rubin and Russell Simmons. There we are. Sylvia and Ian will go first.
What type of radiation of the sun? UV?
Yeah, go for the radiation one. We're going to go for the second one down, UV.
UV, say Sylvia and Ian. Now, David and Leanne, can you talk us through that board?
I think the barcode is QR. It's the airline KLM, JKLM. Yeah, should we go with that? We'll go top one, KLM.
KLM, so we have UV versus KLM. Well, Sylvia and Ian have gone for UV. Should we see if that is right for the type of radiation? How many of our 100 said UV? UV is right. Down goes UV to 27. Meanwhile, David and Leanne have gone for KLM, the carrier of the Netherlands. Should we see how many of our 100 said KLM? KLM is right. This is going to be close. And it wins! Look at that, down to 22 for KLM. Very well done indeed. David and Leanne, after 3 questions, you're through to the final 2-1.
It was a great answer. QR, which you obviously knew, would have scored you 33. It stands for quick response. Then we go down the bottom. It was
Deaf.
There you go. Scores 10. Any idea of the remaining?
Is it XYZ? I think it is.
It is XYZ. And that was a pointless answer.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. That brings us to the end of the head-to-head round, and it means we say goodbye for now to Sylvia and Ian. We shall see you when you return for your 3rd show, when I'm sure you can take it one step further. Meanwhile, thank you very much for playing, Sylvia and Ian. For David and Leanne, though, it's now time for the pointless final. Huge congratulations, David and Leanne. You have fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win the pointless jackpot, and at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £2,000. Well, here we are, your one and only appearance on Pointless, straight through to the final.
Can't believe it.
Yeah, well, amazing. Listen, what do you want to see come up in this last round? Because we need a pointless answer from you.
Bit more football, but probably unlikely. Periodic table elements. The classics would be great.
The classics.
Yeah.
Shall we see what we've selected for you for today? 4 as ever, and they are Cinematic Brians, World's Strongest Man and Woman, Secretaries of State for Scotland and Wales, and Comedy Horror Musical Theatre.
Not looking very good, I'll be honest.
I mean,
Secretaries of State.
I won't know anything on that unless
No.
you do.
Do you want to comedy horror?
I
It
did
could be
wonder
anything,
about
couldn't it?
If it's actors or something, then we might be able to find someone out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go comedy horror musical theatre.
Comedy Horror Musical Theatre, Angela.
We are looking for the title of any track on the 1973 original London cast recording of the Rocky Horror Show, or any track on the 2018 original London cast recording of Young Frankenstein, first released on physical formats in 2021. Very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed. As always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. If you can find 3 pointless answers, we'll throw in a £500 bonus. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
OK.
Why not?
Let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Well, there's the obvious
It's
time
all on
warp.
you. Time warp. We've got to say time warp just there. Yeah. Don't like dance it.
There's a song in there about a transvestite, but I
Yeah.
can't remember the actual title of it.
Frankfurter, or is that just a character?
Might have to be that.
Do you know
one.
anything from Young Frankenstein?
No.
No,
That,
I
one,
don't
that
know
one's
Young
definitely
Frankenstein.
not going to come in.
So we'll go, is it Frankenfurter? It might just be a character.
Yeah. And I think it's something like I'm a beautiful trans, I think, or something along that
I'm
line.
a beautiful transvestite.
Yeah, I think so. And then, like I say, you're just going to have to go with time warp.
Time warp. Any others that are coming to you? Anything that's going to come? The last one is completely out into Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Can't even think of. I know the story, but
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the
anything in
London
terms of
version
tracks.
of it though. Yeah, I'm just
Anything
thinking of the London cast, but
yeah.
10
it's the
seconds
one.
left.
It's probably the one musical I've not actually seen.
I know it's all right. Could be one else. So never mind. We'll go with
yeah.
those 3 then. Yeah.
It's going to have to be them 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
OK, that is your time up. Let's have those 3 answers.
Time warp.
Time warp.
Frankenfurter.
Frankenfurter.
And what was it?
I'm a beautiful. That one.
I'm a beautiful
Yeah, that
transvestite.
one.
I'm a beautiful transvestite. OK. And they're all from the top one, from the Rocky Horror.
All from the Rocky Horror, yeah.
OK. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
The beautiful transvestite, if that's right. We're not sure.
I'm a beautiful transvestite.
Yes.
Least likely to be pointless.
Time warp.
Yeah.
Time warp.
I just wanted to say time warp.
Frankenfurter goes in the middle. So time warp, Frankenfurter, I'm a beautiful transvestite.
Yes.
OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have Time Warp, Frankenfurter, and I'm a Beautiful Transvestite. Now, if one of these turns out to be pointless, you will be leaving here with £2,000. What would you like to do with that?
I know we've got our little 2 boys at home, so I think treat them to a holiday or something like that.
Well, let's hope one of these answers wins it for you. Time Warp is your first answer. In this case, in fact, in all 3 cases, we are looking for any track on that 1973 original cast recording of the London Rocky Horror Show. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Time Warp. Well, Time Warp's right. I don't think that was ever in any doubt. The question is, will it be pointless? If it goes all the way down to 0, you'll be leaving here with £2,000. Down we go through the 20. Oh, 23. OK. We now leave terra firma, as it were, and we go to Frankenfurter. The question is this a song? You're pretty sure it's a character. Maybe we're hoping it's a song as well, and a pointless song at that. £2,000 on it if it is pointless. Frankenfurter. No, bad luck. And your third and final answer, which you could sort of remember, you were hopeful for this one. I'm a Beautiful Transvestite. Shall we see if that is indeed a song from the Rocky Horror Show? I'm a Beautiful Transvestite. Oh, no.
Never mind.
Bad luck. Oh, well, listen, you made a good fist of that. I'm afraid none of those were your categories, were they?
No, not at all, unfortunately.
There we are. I'm afraid you don't, therefore, win today's jackpot, but you do win today's pointless trophies. So very, very well done indeed for that, David and Leanne.
And hard luck, it was Sweet Transvestite.
I knew there was one.
That you were thinking of, but it would have scored 6, so wouldn't have won you the money. Let's have a look at some of the pointless answers, starting with the songs on the original London cast recording of the Rocky Horror Show. I'm Going Home, Once in a While, Superheroes, and The Sword of Damocles. And there were 2 more pointless answers, Hot Patootie, Bless My Soul, and Touch It, Touch It, Touch It, Touch Me. Now, moving on to the original London cast recording of Young Frankenstein, here are some pointless answers you could have had. Deep Love, He's Loose, He Was My Boyfriend, and Transylvania Mania. The only scoring answers here were It Could Work, Putting on the Ritz, The Brain, The Experiment, and Together Again. Everything else was pointless. Very well done if you got a pointless answer at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. And thank you so much, David and Leanne. It's been lovely having you on the show. I'm sorry it didn't win our jackpot today. That will therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £3,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Angela.
Bye-bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.